And I am live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day two of my Going from Head to Heart Go Live challenge. And you know what? I've been playing with this entire morning the feeling of being uncomfortable with not being prepared. And the truth is, I am prepared though, because being prepared isn't about knowing exactly to a T how you're going to do something or say something. It's about allowing yourself to be used as a channel for new creation, for new ideas. And yes, of course, you can prepare because ideas flow while you're in that mode. But in this forum that I'm doing right now, where it's to be live, it's to be seen and present in the moment, I've realized that I am prepared. And that uncomfortable feeling that I've been feeling this morning and maybe even yesterday, it's something that feels familiar. I've been in the corporate world for 10 years. I've been out of the corporate world for 7 now, I believe. And in the last 5, in my last job, 5 years, I stayed in one company. And in that company, this uncomfortable feeling has been present from day one. And I realized the amount of pressure I put on myself to show up because of the bosses that I was being seen by. And I would spend my time trying to figure out what to say so therefore they can be happy, opposed to me being me and bringing my value, whether they see it as value or not. And that is something that I've conditioned myself to, where I diminish my power because when I go into that room, I'm trying to please them. And of course, right, they pay my salary. And if you don't please them, then you can eventually lose your job, which I did, right? I got demoted. So I didn't lose my job, but I got demoted and I chose to quit. But the thing is, it's like I'm ready to finally, and even though I've been doing my business for the last nearly 7 years, June would make 7 years, I'm now tapping into how uncomfortable I used to feel, where it's this weight to please someone else. And the reason it's coming up here in this forum is because this is similar, right? It's because I've been telling myself, or social media experts tell others, when you start doing this kind of business, that it's about the it's a likes, it's about the following, it's about how many comments you get. And sometimes you look at these people similar to me, and on some of their videos, they get so much more comments than me. And but that does not mean that I am not successful, because I am successful as Kamitra and they are successful as themselves. And I realized that we live in this world where instead of looking for internal validation, where you know that you are full of yourself, we're looking for external validation. And we don't feel good unless we get it. And the truth is, the more we look outside for something, the less happy we're going to be, the less we're going to rely on our own value that we bring to the table. Because that is the beauty of each and every one of us, our unique value. But we don't spend enough time knowing what that is. We spend so much time trying to be who someone else wants you to be. I've tried to please my dad. I've tried to please my mom. I've tried to please my grandmother in different ways. I've tried to please my husband in different ways. And over the years, I've been shedding that slowly. But this has been a stark awakening that it's time for me to drop all of it, all of the unconscious ones, right? Those that I call as consciously I've been working on. But what about all of the unconscious ones? And just because I left the corporate world, clearly that energy came with me to please, to say what I think you want me to say or what you want to hear. So therefore, you can be happy with me, opposed to me being happy with me even though I say something you may not like. And yes, in my corporate career, I've said things many times where I've been brave and bold, and that has gotten me in trouble. But I'm so grateful for that, because that trouble led me to leave. That trouble led me to say, I want to be me. And this 30-day challenge, I'm now realizing, is me claiming that even deeper, even more, on a level that I am now truly experiencing. So if you're out there and you're listening to me, thank you. But where are you doing that in your life? Building your life based on what other people expect of you. And there must be a reason, right? In my corporate job, I did it so I wouldn't get fired. I did it so I wouldn't get cursed upon, because that was known about in the job that I was in. So there's a reason why you're doing it. And you have to ask yourself, is that heaviness that you're placing on yourself? Because you're doing it, they're not doing it. You may think that it's because of them, but it's really your choice. So what is it that you're hiding from, right? I was scared to leave the job because of the unknown of what's next. But I've left 7 years and I'm good. I'm great. I'm even better, right? So if you're in that mood of pleasing someone else, of not being your true self for someone else, to make someone else happy, then it's time for you to rethink that, because you're never ever going to be happy. Because the day when they feel different, even if you've done the best, it's still not going to be good enough. And that comes from within. So that is it for me today on day 2. I will see you guys on day number 3. But I'm so glad that I got some clarity today, because I'm not running from my feelings. And there was a small voice in my head saying, well, I've been doing this business, I've been doing Go Lives. Like, why should I feel uncomfortable? Or why should I come here and speak about feelings? And I'm choosing not to ignore, I'm choosing to acknowledge it and say that that is not who I really am. That is just my human ego mind. When in reality, I am so much more than that. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.